The very first time I went to Camp Hope, I was in 3rd grade.
My very first time going to camp, I was about 8 to 9 years old. My mom basically just told me to pack up a week's worth of clothes and get ready to go to camp. I had never slept away from her for that long or been to anything like that, so I was really nervous.
Okay, my first time going to camp, I was definitely nervous because, I mean, I'm around new people, I'm away from home.
You know, I've always heard that summer camp was fun and my cousins have gone to summer camp. I was definitely nervous first time I was away from home, but getting to Camp Hope and then seeing, you know, all the other campers.
When I got to camp, I was excited to see what it would be like.
And getting off the bus, that was so fun just because there was just an arc of people there who were just lined up all the way to the gym.
Everyone's kind of going nuts because they're excited for you to be there.
And you know, you could really get the experience of that. They cared about you.
I met my counselor when we first got there, so I was really excited about that. They were really happy, very welcoming. They were very excited, so that made me feel a little better.
The Camp Hope staff really made me feel loved just because of how they conducted themselves. It was their attitude towards us, the attitude towards the kids. It was professional, but it was family-like.
You get to go to cabins that are, you know, air-conditioned bathrooms, typical, you know, cabin, summer camp experience, really awesome.
We went to our cabins and they had it decorated. They had our names everywhere, so they made us feel very welcome. The first night, I believe we just went to the cafe to have dinner. So it was a very smooth night the first night, but the very next day, we woke up really early. We had a lot of activities to do. I think on the back of our name tags, they already had the schedule, so I was kind of looking at that.
We had activities planned, you know, every day. It was just, there was something new to do every day, and that's, you know, eventually whatever nervousness was there just kind of fell away, and it just made it for a super enjoyable time.
I was very nervous at first, but as busy as they keep us, the nervousness definitely went away very quickly.
Some of my favorite parts at Camp Hope, I mean, I grew really close friends, so it was just coming back year after year and seeing those same friends.
If you bring a friend to camp, that's cool, but like being around people that you don't know, being around people that are new to you, and then you just form bonds with them.
What made me want to continue to come back to camp was just looking forward to meeting the new people, even looking forward to just going back to see my new friends that I've made. I'm still friends with some of those people that I met back when I was 8 to 9 years old, so it's really cool to have those friendships for that long.
So Camp Hope's definitely a family. Even people here today that I've seen for close to 20 years now.
Some of my best friends came from camp, and I still talk to them to this day. And you know, just the bonds and the relationships that you make with people over only the course of a week. You're not even there for 7 days, you're there for 5 days, but it's the best 5 days that I've ever had. Something that I did for the first time at camp was the rock wall.
Yeah, so I went horseback riding for the first time.
Pool is always a highlight.
When you're a kid, like you're like this high off the ground, the rock wall is so massive. First time I took so long, but I actually reached the top of the bell, like top and hit the bell, and you know, I was thinking to myself like, I can do it.
We went kayaking.
The crafts have always been fun. You know, you get to build a birdhouse or some bracelets.
Bicycling.
Worship time was definitely something that stood out to me.
All the field activities, kickball.
That was so much fun.
You know, back at home, I didn't have the chance to do a lot of those activities, so just knowing that I could go to camp and do those, I always look forward to that.
The impact of Kids to Leaders is definitely, I mean, I've said it a couple times, the family aspect for sure.
I feel like Kids to Leaders had a very strong emotional impact on my life because, you know, out of the situations that I come from, being able to connect with people that can share the same experience as you. There's not a person at camp who isn't struggling at something. There's not a person anywhere who isn't struggling with something, but being able to know that you're not alone, that you're not the only person dealing with that. Because if I hadn't been to Camp Hope, I really don't know where I'd be right now, so.
The overall impact of Kids to Leaders on my life, I would say, is just having that support. I mean, they are always there, even for my mom, because she wasn't even the one who got me into the program. They're always there for her, resources that she's needed to be able to help me. They've helped her with that. So just knowing that we have that support, and yeah, not just for you, it's for your whole family. They have different events throughout the year that your whole family can attend. So yeah, they are very welcoming, very supportive, and yeah, they're always there for you.
It's an organization that's going to stick with you through your entire life. You're more than just your circumstances, and that you can grow and become what you want to be. If you set a goal, that you can, seize it.
You matter, that your scenarios matter and your life experience matters, but also you're not alone in that.
And you should definitely come to Camp Hope.